Welcome back to the show. Now we're going to talk with Maury Chambers. Maury is a Social Security disability lawyer. This is a very specific area of the law, Maury, and I want to talk to you about it because it's totally foreign to me. I have no idea what goes on in your world in terms of the administration that it comes to getting people who are disabled to get paid. You know, we know that the government has created a system that does so, but how do people who are disabled go about getting that? What do you do for them as a lawyer?
Well, I actually work with the people who are disabled, and disability, as far as Social Security Administration is concerned, means someone who has either a physical or mental impairment to the extent that they're unable to work for at least 12 months.
Right.
Or that it's, you know, they think that that will be the case. Mm-hmm. And at that point, they have the ability to apply for Social Security disability benefits at the SSA office, or whatever local office.
You know, one of the things that's come up recently that I hear people really raising Cain about is that illegal aliens are getting government benefits. But the fact of the matter is, with regard to Social Security and Medicare, you got to be a citizen because you're paying into the system in order to be entitled to that. So do you see illegal aliens in your practice trying to get Social Security disability, or do they just go back home?
Well, they go... To be able to get Social Security disability insurance benefits, you are exactly right. You have had to pay into the system through your taxes. It's funded by employees, employers, and self-employed paying in Social Security taxes. Mm-hmm. And it's a part of the system where if you're not disabled in your lifetime, you will receive retirement benefits at a certain age, 62 to 65. Yeah. So illegal immigrants do not.
That's not an issue for you.
No.
Okay. Well, Maury, let me ask you this. So let's say somebody comes to you who has been disabled, and they're saying, you know, I've been working for 15 years, and it seems to me I ought to have some government benefits, but I'm not getting them. What do you do for them?
I actually educate them on the long, drawn-out, tedious process so that they don't get discouraged at different stages. And then my ultimate job is to take them to what they call an administrative law hearing, where a judge decides if they're disabled under this administration's definition of disability, and then they're provided monthly benefits. Mm-hmm. So that process consists of applying to a number of paper applications, and about 2.5 years down the road, we're sitting in front of a judge. My job's not only to have the judge find that person disabled at that particular date, but to do what it takes and get all of the evidence together, medical records, education, different things together so that the judge can find him disabled from the date of application, and there'll be back pay.
Well, so what is a disabled person to do between the date that they become disabled and the finally opportunity that you get them compensated? Are they just going to go broke, go into bankruptcy?
They are just going to go broke and go into bankruptcy.
Wow.
It's a terrible loophole of our system, and there's absolutely nothing that I can do about it. That's my least favorite part. I love working with my clients, and I love the outcome because these guys have been paying into the system in terms of the disability insurance benefit part of it, and they are deserving of their benefits. They can't work and they have to provide for their families, and there's nothing we can do in the middle, because if you go back to work, you won't be found disabled, but you really can't work, so you really go through phases where some become homeless.
Wow. And so, do you see any remedy for this issue? Is the United States Department of Health and Human Services aware of the fact that, you know, we're trapping people between disability and payment? Are we trying to address this problem?
They are trying to address it to the extent that they are trying to get rid of the backlog. So right now, there's a ridiculous amount of time between the application of the hearing and getting to a hearing. It's at least a year to 18 months here in Savannah, and then different statistics all over Georgia. Wow. And so they are doing, hiring people and trying to get that backlog down.
And so what kind of disabilities can get people immediate payment? For example, I know in my practice we represent people who have suffered kidney failure. and mesothelioma, lung cancer. Are there other conditions that trigger like an automatic payment for them?
There are conditions that trigger more, I will
Or
say,
more rapid.
they will look at it right at initial and probably pay at initial very fast. And conditions that are pending death. So disability is having to not be able to work for 12 months or longer, or pending death. And anyone can go onto the website socialsecurityssa.org and find that list.
Okay. And so that's that. You would suggest if you're suffering something like that, you check out that list, and perhaps you can get some help.
Or just call an attorney who will help you to navigate the system and get.
Right, and I know you do it, but really Social Security disability law is a very refined area, and I think you're probably one of the only in Savannah that does it, so we're going to make sure our folks who watch the show know how to find you. Okay, thank you for being on.